Hello and welcome to the Monroe Method Clancast. I am Jason Monroe. This is episode 185. Well, what are we going to talk about today? By the way, this heat wave that coming is so good. It's pissing the rain all the time. It's windy, but the temperatures are warm. I'll take that. Right, let's get into it. So, what did I write in my phone? I was reading something. And I wrote down, humans are so immediate reward focused. Now, we don't want to feel good tomorrow. We don't want to feel good next week or next month or even, it's all good and well sitting telling people. This is a saying that I kind of latched on to once upon a time. The way you take care of yourself today will determine how you get to live later. Now, something that's been coming up so much recently is what weight loss medications are doing to people's bodies, and the ticking time bomb that's waiting to go off in 2 or 3 decades, where I think osteoporosis and things like that are going to be through the roof because people's muscles are going to be wasting away. It's bad enough yo-yo dieting. Like, every cycle of yo-yo dieting that you put yourself through strips muscle from your body to some degree, right? Because every time we go into a calorie deficit, we lose a little bit of muscle. It's not dramatic, it's not loads, but it does go. Like, you can't 100% protect your muscles. Yes, you can eat enough protein. That's the second most important thing. The first most important thing is stimulus. Using the muscle, telling your body, actually, you can't take this one because I need it. But most yo-yo dieters are not people who take part in exercise. They are just people who are relatively sedentary, have sedentary jobs, and they just want to lose weight. And every time they put themselves through a cycle of yo-yo dieting, their muscles are reducing. And if that's not bad enough, we now have weight loss medications which are putting people into extreme deficits, and that is stripping more muscle mass off their body. And the thing is, we're only at the beginning of that. Yeah, I'm working with someone yesterday. I just did her starting stat. She's on her 3rd attempt at weight loss medication because every time she stops, she puts the weight back on again. And this was a conversation I had to have with her. Like, look, you are putting yourself at massive risk by the time you are 60, 65 years old. When I think about, so I've probably told this before, both of my grandparents, well, my mum's mum died a while ago now, but both of my grandparents ended up in the same sheltered housing. But they were both very mobile and, all fine. It's sheltered housing, like it's flats, it's an upstairs, downstairs rows of apartments, but it's like, they've got emergency cords if they need, and like social spaces so that they can catch up with people and stuff. And the amount of people in there who are in wheelchairs, who are on Zimmer frames, and there is nothing to them. They are skin and bones. They don't have any muscle, and that's just not where you want. It's not that that's not where you want to be when you're older. It's that, and it comes back to that thing. The way that you take care of yourself today is going to determine what your later stages of look like. And if you're someone in your 20s or 30s listening to this, that might not be something that sounds like something you need to be thinking about. But as a almost June, July, August, 3 months away from being 41, an almost 41-year-old man who, as you get older, the people around you get older, you see your parents aging, grandparents aging, and it's something that starts to come into your thoughts a lot more, planning for the future, thinking about the future. Taking care of yourself now so that you can have a bloody future. But it's difficult to have those conversations. It's hard to say, look, if you don't start doing this now, then this is what it's going to be like later. And people just go, yeah, but that's ages away. We are so immediate focused. We don't want to feel good next week. We want to feel good now. And this is why alcohol is so attractive. Scrolling is so attractive. Gambling, snacking, chocolate, these things are so attractive because they switch on our pleasure receptors, right? They're our immediate gratification. It's why the world is hooked on shit, and it's why people who sell you stuff. There's a wonderful book by Nir Eyal called Distracted. He is the guy that gets hired by, or he was the guy. In fact, he's written 2 books, right? One's called Distracted, one's called Indistractable. And one is like telling you how to get people hooked. So it's basically for like product and service designers. It wasn't much use to me because I don't want to get people hooked, because I don't want people hooked on weight loss. But it was still fascinating to read how tech companies, ad companies, anybody that's trying to extract money from you switches on your pleasure receptors. It's why Facebook has likes and comments. You know, you post a picture of yourself, you get lots of likes. That makes you feel good. You get addicted to that. People carried away. So we look for these rewards all the time. Now, this isn't a bad thing, right? And this is me getting to the point finally of what I want to talk about, where it's not a bad thing, it's not a negative thing, but you need to use it to your advantage. So instead of opening your phone every 2 seconds to check notifications or to play games or whatever it is that you're doing, because you're trying to get that immediate reward, you want to feel good right now, or when you don't feel great, you run to the kitchen to grab a snack, or you pour yourself a glass of wine, or you switch on the TV, or you hit next episode, like whatever it is that you're doing that is not massively helpful or a massively positive addition to your life. We need to redirect this. So the way I think of this, right, I have like a 3-stage system. So I am very much a pleasure-seeking person, like you guys are, like most people are. And I used to turn to food. I've spoken about this many times, stress eating, etc. And I've also said, that these things do not go away. You don't just change. You don't change your wiring. You change the way that you react to the wiring. So now, every day, mostly every day, I have something to look forward to. And I always, I have to sit and remind myself, right, what have I got to look forward to today? It's actually gotten a little easier since I separated from my ex-wife, because every week I get to look forward to seeing my kids. So today is Friday. I'm a bit late recording this episode, but today is Friday. I've not seen the kids since Tuesday morning when I dropped them at school. So today's Friday. I get excited. My immediate reward is 3 p.m. going to pick up the kids, and I've already booked the safari park. So we're going to the safari park straight after school. I have invested in a massive beach setup that I have wanted to do for ages. A trolley, a big tent, living room thing, table, etc. New gas cooker thing to take away all this stuff. We've planned a beach trip on Sunday. These are like, so the one today is like my immediate reward. The Sunday is my short distance reward. And then my bigger distance reward is the following weekend when I don't have the kids and I've already planned to go climb a couple of Munros. Or it could be a holiday or a weekend away, right? So in my head, and the way I work it is, I need to have the daily reward. So what is my thing going to be today? Today it's going to the safari park with the kids. That's my short term. This is what I'm doing today. This is where I get my gratification from today, and it helps me get through work, stay focused, do all the things I need to do, and then go do that. Tomorrow, I don't have anything for tomorrow, but tomorrow's not a work day, so I don't really need that stuff. But and then Sunday night, I do have something for the end of the day, because the Canadian Grand Prix is on at 9 p.m. How perfect is that? Kids go to bed just before 9. I sit down at 9 o'clock, race starts at 9 p.m. Perfection. And if it wasn't that, it would be the UFC. Or like yesterday, my thing yesterday was, I'm going to finish up my work today and I'm going to go clean my car. And that was my thing yesterday. I spent 2 hours cleaning out the inside and outside of the car, went a drive and it rained and it got dirty again, but still. So yeah, humans are immediate reward focused. And the thing that people try to do is they try to fight that, right? They try to not be immediate reward focused. They try to stop it. I better not pour that glass of wine. I better not have that snack. I can't order that takeaway. And it's the wrong fight to get involved in. You can do all of those things, but you don't have to reward yourself with them. So lean into your immediate reward, human nature, and find a better outlet to channel it into. Set up your 3-step reward process, right? Today, my thing to look forward today is this. My favourite episode of this has come out and I've got that planned. I'm going to sit down at 6 p.m. tonight. I'm going to do the dinner, do the dishes, sort the kids. Everybody's done, and I'm going to sit down and do that. And that's my thing. I actually had a chat with someone else yesterday about who I worked with a couple of years ago, who fell pregnant with their second child. And she said that she's realised now, she's going to be 40 soon. There's something about the age of 40 where we have a lot of realisations. She's going to be 40 soon, and she's realised that she's just not taking any time for herself. I think I said this in the last episode, maybe. This 8-week program that I'm doing, the 8-week rewire, the new thing that I rolled out, my new flagship program. The 3 things that are coming out of that most people struggle with is fibre, which we won't talk about today, but the 2 kind of other things are sleep and me time. When I ask people, what do you do for joy? What do you do for fun? What do you do that is just for you, that does not involve food or drink? Most people can't tell you anything. They don't have anything. I go out for dinner with friends sometimes, or I meet up with friends for drinks, and it's like, yeah, but let's take away food and drink from the equation. What do you do for you for joy? And it's, a lot of them feel sad when they answer the question, because when they sit down and think about it, they're like, nothing. I don't have anything for me. I give all my time to bosses, to workplaces, to kids, to partners, to house, chores, etc. That there is very little left for me. I'll just snatch and grab at some scrolling time, make myself stay up super late, and then wake up tired and do it all over again. So, and this was a chat that I had with that person yesterday about, and how wonderful it was that she was intentionally making sure that she was getting time to do things that she wanted to do. The thing is, if you do not plan and use your time will be planned for you, especially if you have kids and families and things. When I talk with people who are moving house or starting new jobs or whatever, and they'll talk about routine, I'm out of routine. Hopefully I'll be back in a routine next time I check in. And it's like, look, don't hope that you're going to be in a routine. If you do not create your own routine, one will be created for you. Not by anyone else. What will happen is you will live reactively, and that living reactively will then become your routine. And everything will be, everything will be a panic. Everything will be on the back foot. Everything will be done afterwards. Create a routine, put one in place, and it's the same with your time. Be intentional with how you plan it. Find rewards to reward that immediate gratification brain of yours, and make sure there is something there. So today, if I find myself getting distracted or trying to look for my phone, which I put out of the way when I'm trying to work, if I find myself doing anything like that, I just look at the clock and go, oh, do you know what? I'm going to see the kids at 2:45 and we're going to the safari park, and that's my reward for the day, and it settles that part of the brain down again. So it's not wrong that you go looking for chocolate or crisps or biscuits or sweets or whatever it is. It's not wrong to start having your mind wander to takeaways and getting excited about them. That's what I used to do when I worked in my old job in another lifetime. It would get to like 3 p.m. There was still a couple of hours to go. I would text my wife at the time, oh, Chinese tonight. And that was me trying to get that exciting thing to help carry me through the last 2 hours of work. So stop viewing it as a bad thing. Look at it as a superpower and find a better way to channel it. Set up the 3 steps, right? Set up your immediate rewards, the thing that you're going to get today. Set up your near-distant reward, which could be around like this weekend or the next weekend. And then set up your long-distance rewards. That could be a hen do or stag do that you've got coming up, a holiday, a weekend away, a big road trip, a trip to a theme park. I'm talking about all this stuff that I've been doing, climbing a mountain, going a big walk with friends. Get your 3-step system set up and put it in your diary and have it visible. You know how people get those countdown apps? Get one of those and have them in there so that you know what's coming up. And it honestly makes you far less likely to then go looking for even more immediate reward when you've got these things to keep reminding yourselves of. So don't shy away from it. Don't try and bottle it up. Don't try and push it down. Don't try and restrict it or avoid it or not think about it or use willpower to overcome it. Lean into it. Use it as a superpower and direct it at more positive outlets. Until next time.